Greetings, community. It's me, Kevin of 1-2 Comic Talk. And wait a minute. No! Entropy in Comics! No, yeah. Just messing with you. Yes, welcome to Entropy in Comics. Kai and I end up doing unboxing. If you're here, just like last Crucis, then you already know basically what I'm going to end up showing. However, I will be doing something a little bit different than I do on the show with my son. Is I will give you a small reasoning why I buy what I buy, how many I buy, and give you a small review of the items I'll be showing you. So it'll take essentially the same amount of time, just a little bit of different of a format, and away we go. I'm going to start off right here with the Last Ronin. This is the director's cut. I am picking all the A covers. I'm getting all the incentives. I'm getting all the second printings and, of course, the director's cut for the Last Ronin. Not only for respect, at the same point, this is a killer read. It's been a project that's been wanting to be developed by Kevin Eastman for decades, and I'm glad he got to do it. Michelangelo, this is the last part of this aspect, meaning the Turtles. There's one more issue to come out, which would be Splinter, and that will basically complete that whole series. This was purely a buy just for me. I have no plans on flipping this thing. And, maybe down the road, my son will end up being an eternal fan. Here we go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Continuing on the ongoing series, here is cover A, B, and the RI. Now, I don't always have the luxury to be able to pick up these RIs at the same point. When I can, I do. This was one I definitely wanted and was able to get. This is one of those points where things are starting to change for the Turtles. There's going to be a major change when it comes up to 118, and then after 120, things are going to get really cool. Let's see if I can leave this one off to the side until I can find more. And then here we go. Dead End Kids. Second series, number 2, and number 3, and number 3, the connecting cover. Now, the number 2 connecting cover is on its way. I am getting the whole connecting series. I'm getting the whole cover A of it. This is, again, something that I just want to keep. Down the road, I may, sell it, but right now, there's no plans of doing so. Frank is now making his mark early in the game and heavy. And it's going to be a matter of time that he's going to be, sought after by everyone. He's already doing a Power Rangers Unlimited. No, not Unlimited. Power Rangers book. I can't remember the name. Should be out in June. And that was one of his dreams come true. Moving on to Thor. 2-tone variant. And the cover A's. Now, for those of you who've been reading this series, you know that this whole arc wasn't really anything that was major other than bridging and filling in some gaps at the same point. If there's anything going to happen, more likely it's going to happen in this issue. So look forward, you have to read it, to reading that and seeing what actually transpired. Or it's actually going to happen next issue. This leads up to that. I did get to read 13. Something's going to happen possibly in 14. Kat, appreciate you being here. Oops, sorry. So this is Amazing Spider-Man. I recall is one. This was something I was waiting for a while. It's back issued for me, and just got it. Luckily, I have read it. Nonstop Spider-Man. This is the wraparound, and I was waiting on this one for the nonstop. Also, I have Beta Ray Bill. This is the Stegman. I got a couple of these. This was my pre-order of one. And I ended up going to the shop and picking one up. And then this is the Stormbreakers variant, which I really dig. And I ended up buying a cover A and another Stegman. Usagi Yojimbo. Now this is the second to the last of the Usagi Yojimbo of the Wanderer's Road. And this story has just been really, really good. Peach Momoko and her stylings has really brought out a neat little fetal feel with a very fluid, artistic movement along with the storyline. It's really cool. And then again, I'm a sucker because I love. This is actually the same one. It's just on my channel, Two Guns. So if you missed the beginning, here you are. Giga. I'm A and B in this all the way through. And if you're reading the story, it's a wonderful story. It's cool that they're throwing a lot of heart, a lot of feeling with something that's a lot of mechanisms. So they're tying in some irony there, and I really like it. Unsacred. If you're a fan of the original series, you're gonna love the second one. It gets a lot more real world as opposed to all the fantasy and sex as the initial series does. So I really like it. Noctera 1 in 10. Finally got to put it in a decent back and board. You'll see that I am a huge fan of Noctera. I really have a big belief that this is going to be something big, and you will tell by all the covers that I show you, because what I'm really saying is that it's my belief that this might be like another like Road Warrior, because in my eyes, the way I look at it, it's Road Warrior meets Pitch Black. So yeah, this is just my pre-order, and I do have other books that I end up picking up from the shop too. So yeah, I'm all in, as you see, on Noctera. May not be the major buy right now, but that's fine. You know, that's good for me. Ghost Rider, King in Black. This is a killer story. I was just waiting for the other variant, and that's it right there. Jim Henson's Storyteller. If you like the horror and gore, if you like things that are in anthology style, I highly recommend the series. It does have some form, a feel, and a continuity of the storytelling throughout the whole series, even though each individual story stands on its own. I really love this series. I was first introduced to this 2 years ago, and I can't stop buying them whenever they come out. Origins, Clay McLeod Chapman. No matter what he drops, I love. Origins is a great story. I really don't want to ruin too much as what I really want to be able to say is this is another story of a lot of heart. What's cool about what Clay does is he ends up taking, no matter what you read, doesn't matter if it's horror, doesn't matter if it's sci-fi or anything. What he ends up doing is he ends up putting a lot of feeling in there, and I really enjoy how he does that, because it really involves the reader beyond just the story and the adventure, as much as just being hooked by the story, as much as being hooked by the heart in the story. And I thoroughly enjoy that. Spider-Woman, number 10. I'm a big fan of women-led series. So whenever I find one that I really enjoy, I tend not to let it go. I just keep reading the whole series. And I've been doing that ever since this series started. I'm the same way with Captain Marvel, Spider-Gwen, a few, Ghost Spider, a few of those other series that were doing that. I'm trying to think. Oh, Catwoman. Yeah, you'll see some, not Catwoman, Black Cat. You'll see me showing that in here. And here we go. Here's some more. Eternals. I'm loosely reading this. It's not. I'm really not that hooked. It's just okay. I really liked the original series. I thought it was really neat, so I wanted to give this one a shot. Wolverine, Black, White, and Blood. This finishes off the series. This is a great read. Each issue has 3 stories, and each one of the issues, each one is incredibly written. Each one is very poignant, and I can't say enough. I mean, it's really, really written well. Flaming Cerebus. Now, I'm a Dave Sim fan, so that's why I end up getting these. Everyone has their thing. That's my thing. Same with Spider-Man. This finishes it up. Was really liking this series, so I'm looking forward to reading this. Yeah, I don't think I got to read this fifth one, so this should be cool. Black Cat. Is it like I said? This is one of those that I'm reading and loving. And when I say I'm reading, I mean I am thoroughly enjoying and involved in this story. I really enjoy what McKay's doing. I'm really wrapped into it, and there's nothing there that's just like over the top rad as much as it's just a good, fun story it's just continuity, meaning that every time I read it, the flow's there. Nothing's changing. Nothing's abruptive as far as where it goes. The story is rather consistent. I like it. Now, Amazing Spider-Man 61. I was in on this whole costume change. I ended up buying Kirkman stuff. I'm waiting on some stuff to come from Golden Apple, and even though it's not far away from my house, it's a separate story all itself. I'm an idiot. Anyways, I'm waiting that to arrive, and when I do, I'll go ahead and open that up. And I'm right now compiling a mass amount of books to be sent off to CGC, along with a mass amount of books that's going to be sent off to CBCS for a signing event with David Boer and Drew Zucker. So I have stuff everywhere right now. I'm lucky with the wife I have. She's very patient. So this is the 1 in 10 incentive. I have 2 of these now. And then along with, oh wait, I didn't want to do that one yet. I want to finish off with the Spider-Man stuff. So I got a few of these, right? Yeah. So I got a couple of those, which I think this is the third set now, meaning I have 3 of those and then 2 of the other 1 in 10s, and I'm waiting on another 1 in 10, so that'll be my third set complete. This is what I want to do. There we are. So this finishes out the third print of what I was waiting on. This completes what all the sets that I have. That makes 4 complete sets. Yeah. All right. This is a killer cover. And I got it for such a great price, and it was, so yeah, going through Deep CBS, it was a great discount. I love this cover. It is sick. Smoking and styling, all wrapped into one. And then the regular cover, which I also have. This is my second one. It's a great story. Claim. Now, this is issue 3. This is issue 4. This is 4 of 4. This series, I every time I can't get farther than 4 panels. By the 4th panel, I'm laughing. And that's what I mean by I can't get past 4 panels is by the time I get to the 4th panel, I'm laughing out loud. And one time I caught myself at a dealership getting my oil changed, and people were looking at me funny. Not just because who I am, but because I was laughing at a book that I was reading. I was drawing a lot of attention. It's a great book. All right, so I slightly hurt that one. And this is Warcorns. I've been reading this. I read a lot of Garrett Gunn stuff. I love Garrett Gunn stuff. This is Warcorns number 2 and number 3. I have 1, and then I have a variant of number 1. I'm looking for any damage on this number 2. I didn't even hurt it. Nah. And yeah, this is killer. Matter of fact, number 3 actually has a little spine tick from the delivery of the package. There we go. 2 and 3. Got other crayons. This is also more funny stuff. I like a lot of humor. I like a lot of horror. I like a lot of variety. Captain America, Single Shot, King of Black. I bought pretty much every tie-in, everything there was to the King of Black stuff. This is the Pride variant. believe it's probably variant. And then Non-Stop Spider-Man. How to get a blank cover. I like my sketch covers. And then, yeah, there's the die cut. There's the Scotty Young, which I really like this one. They were bought really quick at all the shops around here. And then we get over to Strange Academy. Now, Strange Academy, been picking up 2 other character spotlights to go all the way through. I may end up slabbing both sets of the character spotlights and then selling a whole set of the character spotlight at some point. You know, I would imagine when I get to maybe issue 25, somewhere around there, some monumental thing, that's when I'll sell 12 slabs as a set. And then here's EA, right? Yeah. So, and I actually have 3 of these because I end up, you know, had to read it, so I went to my shop and ended up picking it up. And then the 2-tone of it. Okay, and then Berserker. So just waiting on the pre-order of this. I end up already picking up a couple copies. And then at a shop I hear, depending on, you know, if you're a regular customer and you do a regular purchase of stuff, they give you a free copy regularly, which is kind of cool. As you know, sketch cover. King of Black Handbook. I actually bought this for Kai. You know, he frequently hits me up for questions about stuff. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to give you this book. That way you don't have to go through all my killer Venom ones and ruin them. Because most of them are slabbed, actually, now. Venom 3, or Gwenom and Carnage 3. This is finishing it up, and this is a great read. This is a fun read. I really hope that that character is a long-time character. It's not a short-term character. I filled up that box. All right, let's see how we do this. All right, Firepower. This is probably the best magical kung fu book that I've read ever out of everything. And I'm 52 years old, been reading stuff since 7. So just my personal opinion. Usagi Ojimbo. When I can get these RIs, I do. And they tend to be fire. So, yeah. And I use a Comic Clear backup board. Comic Clear. Clear choice. Sea of Sorrows, RI. What happens on I think it's third last page on this thing is gnarly. Looking forward to rereading that. Now on Kai and I's show on 1-2 Comic Talk, we do a giveaway where if a person counts all the books that we present in our pre-order, which I initially have Kai do on the show there, and then I show you after I organize everything and make it all nice and pretty, and show you here. If you're not already subbed to 1-2 Comic Talk, that's why I do it. And to give you some content on this show. So, Wild Bill and Chipper. It's a story about a person that has the ability to grant magical powers, superhero powers, however you want to look at it. And he's not the best judge of character. So, I end up buying 2 of these things. One of these is going to Las Cruces. Las Cruces is going to be receiving one of these books. Why? Because he properly counted the books that we received in our pre-order, which is, there's 99 books in this pre-order. Yeah. So congratulations to Las Cruces for 1, properly guessing the number, and 2, hanging out with us throughout this whole duration. Trials of Ultraman. This is where Ultraman actually shows his true colors in the series. So it's, if you are an old Ultraman fan, this is where it picks up where you know it, and it'll feel more familiar. Even though it's a whole new version, it's something that you'll be familiar with as far as storyline at this point. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, number 24. I'm digging what's happening in this Clone Saga series, so I end up picking it up. Okay, here we go with some of my stupidity here. I end up picking up a lot of the Carnage Black, White, and Blood to match a lot of my Gleason covers that I have on Spider-Man 55. I want to get at least 3 of these, which I did. And then I was hoping that they came in decent condition, which I believe they have. And more than likely, I'll end up having 1, 2, or whatever these things slabbed to match my set. I want to keep at least a set. And it's ink on thing, isn't it? Yeah. Love that cover. Actually, I think I bought one of every cover. At least. I want to say there's 2 of these guys. And I'm right. Will ever this be anything? More likely. Is this something I can easily give away to people that they may enjoy? I believe so. This one's fire. I gotta put this inside of a nice Mylight. I like that one. I don't think it's valued or anything, but damn. More Alien. Yeah, I have the 1 per store. Yeah, I have the 2 per store. I wanted other variants, which are like obviously the black covers and cover A and just some of the simple basic ones, but I wanted those, and you have to get the store stuff from the store. So Stray Dogs number 2, cover A and cover B, and that will carry us all the way through as far as what the reading portion of what I purchased is. The non-reading portion I have 2 sets that are coming that are signed by Mr. Tony Fleeks. How you doing, Joe? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I get a little nuts. I have to admit. Fable, station buddy. I'm holding a comic right through my hand on my chest. So, Scream, Clay McLeod Chapman does a wonderful job with this character. And every time he ends up writing anything, I have to pick it up when it comes to comics. Now, his other writings and his other stuff that he does, I'm not as diligent, I have to admit. No disrespect to him. It's just that, as you see, with 99 books and then I get a pre-order, I'm already reading more than I can handle. Luckily, books like this are only reading pictures, which is a lot easier to read. Love Ha. I'm picking up 2 full sets of that, so that's why you only see 1 here, and I pick up the other set at the shop. I've already read that and loved it, if you want to call it reading. All right, here we go. No, I'm not there yet, am I? That's the next one. Demon Days. I love this series. I already have a copy of this. I already read it. I love it. I end up, doing a pre-order of 1. And that's essentially what you're seeing there. There we go. Here we are. Whoops. Upside downage. Silk. Here's the cover A. Hey, DM. How you doing? Appreciate you being here. Station. And so this is my basic cover A. I'm finishing up on a massive haul. Here's cover B. Or isn't it a B? Way over in the E section. But I love this work. This work is similar to a peach. There's not peach. It has its own unique flavor and styling. I love the palette chosen for it. Very bright, but not overbearing. You can look at this, and the watercolors pays a huge tribute to this not coming across too overbearing. All right, and we have, there we are, Scotty Young variant. Now we're moving over into Return of the Valkyries. I am hoping that this, which ends the series right here on number 4, turns into something real with the introduction of the character that's in here, and with what I believe to be something forever lasting with the introduction of the next series that is to follow, which is Rise of the Valkyries. I believe in June. Might be as early as late May. I'm hoping that character plays a pinnacle aspect into the upcoming series after, which I'm not going to say what it is. Department of Truth. Been doing the A and B on this since it first came out. I love this story. This is such a great story. I look forward to this actually being a TV show. It's going to be a hit. Everyone's going to be talking about this. And Thunderbolts. More King in Black. This is awesome. When you get a bunch of, how should you say, villains, wannabe villains? No, they're more. They're not wannabes, but villains that are having issues and refining themselves in the Marvel universe at times, of going back and forth to anti-hero and villain. It's neat to see what they're doing with them in this King of Black. The King of Black was predominantly everything I wanted it to be. It didn't do anything too far out, other than the fact that what transpired with Eddie, I guess. I'm looking forward to the new Venom series. I'm looking forward to everything that's happening that led up to the ending of this saga and what's going to be coming of new. I know the Carnage event that's happening with, meaning with Phage, Scream, all this stuff that's going to be dropping starting in the end of June, going all the way into, I want to say it's the beginning of August. The shit that I see, it's happening in July all the way through September with Image is insane. The stuff that's dropping with them in just June with just Spawn, which is going to kind of kick it off, is pretty impressive. I'm looking forward what's happening. This is how I'm going to end this in the next, basically, I'm going to try to do this in 2.5 minutes. I'm impressed on how Image has full circled right back to what they started on. And what I mean by that is it was a bunch of kids at the time that basically said, fuck you. They defected from their places that had steady work, especially as kids, getting into the industry, and they want to start something of their own. When they hit that crash, portions of them left, portions of them stayed. The core, a portion of the core group managed to rise all the way up into their stations and hold them and make Image what it is today. That was a long time ago. All right. And what they've been able to do is they've been able to go back full circle. What I mean by that is they've been able to get people that remember Image, what this principle started was, reasonings why. And I'm getting a lot of these hardcore veterans and some of the newbies with Marvel and DC, and you're seeing these titles being dropped with Image, and that was what Image was founded on. Now, you can say, yeah, they've been doing this forever. Yeah, really, but to this degree, not really. You're seeing the bigger names, you're seeing bigger titles, and you're seeing titles that are getting looked at by serious people in Hollywood. Things that are actually getting optioned and beyond being optioned. Beyond just saying that you're holding the rights to something for 1 to 3 to 5 years before it's just released back into the wild. Nothing was ever produced of it. Things are being produced. That's impressive. So I would say, again, keep your eye on Image and what they're dropping. You're going to see, essentially, they're the only ones that are holding even Diamond together. Right now, Diamond is just doing damage control. So, again, look to see what's happening with Image. I'm not just pumping Image, is what I'm saying, is check out some of the titles. Look at the writers, look at the artists, look at what they're doing, not necessarily just the publisher. So that's me. I showed you everything I had, 99 books. And I've pretty much told you some of the inside information, scoop, and stuff like that, and some of the opinions that I have, and my own little personal reviews on some of the books that I had showed you. So, from me, Ev, Entropy and Comics, I appreciate you guys. You stay well, and never know, might be back in just a little while. So, stay tuned. Have that notification bell on. If you like what I dropped, smack that like. Please subscribe, and I'll be talking to you soon.